The big brand sale is on at OK Furniture and it's too good to miss. Enjoy massive savings on brands you know and love. And when you spend 2,999 or more, you'll stand a chance to win one of 20 shopping sprees worth 50,000 rands. Browse our catalog and grab your favorites before the 4th of May 2025. While stocks last, T's and C's apply. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Almost. That was a fabulous effort with young kids. Mbogazi, Ngosema 2000, Relebohile Mofokeng, mayor of North Africa, not even mayor of Algeria. He's a mayor of North Africa, Moha Ngota, with young kids predominantly playing, Abombata, players who are aged 20, 21, 22. I think that this is the best team for this campaign of the CAF Champions League. They're out of the tournament. Even tonight, they were better than the opposition, maybe for 60% of the game. I think the gamble that was taken by Orlando Pirates was that they decided to defend a 2-2 with 35 minutes left, and you cannot blame them for that. It's a gamble. You throw dice, and you're like, okay, this is it. If we get out of this, we are in the final. But unfortunately, it did not happen. That's the best team this country this season. We never envisioned that they would get to this point of the CAF Champions League, given that they were knocked out by Jwaneng Galaxy last season. And then they get themselves within a sniff of the final. They never defended today. They played positive football, and they almost got there. Well done, Orlando Pirates. They are in the final of the Nedbank Cup. They already won the MTN 8. They're number 2 in the country, and they have kids all over there. As you look, they have kids. It's been a wonderful effort. Tso Vilakazi, I watch your Orlando Pirates, and I've watched many Orlando Pirates before. Been watching football since I was 5 years old. It's been 30 years. I'm 35 now. I don't know if I've seen a more exciting Orlando Pirates when they are unleashed. Very unfortunate that I always say this against our teams. The team that deserves to win does not always win. I think tonight, the team that deserved to win, I like what Pyramids did as well, because they didn't defend. They deserved their 3 goals. But Orlando Pirates deserved something. Unfortunately, only one can go through. Summarize to us your feelings about this moment.
Mr. Nkyo, well done to the boys.
So disappointing.
Well done to the team. I mean, there's nothing else that I can ask more from these boys. I mean, no one gave them a chance, and here they went all the way to the semi-final, and yeah, they did very well tonight. Our 2 young boys, they made us proud. Mr. Nkeo, they made us proud. 2 young boys, Mfukeng and Unkota, they did very well.
Started the season on Sesane.
Yeah.
I think it's 2021 as well.
Yes.
At the beginning, before he got his injury.
Look,
it's remarkable how you can do that with kids. In football, everywhere you go, you don't win anything with kids.
Yeah.
And that team, most exciting team I've seen maybe since 2023, Rulana's Sundowns. It's very exciting going forward. How do they come back from this? So not even come back, but maybe let's touch on the game itself, and how will the boys be feeling on the flight back from Egypt to South Africa?
Look, Mr. Nkeo, one, I would say they should be proud about themselves. Mr. Nkeo, it was not an easy journey for them to get to the semi-final. I mean, they play against the best team. I mean, Pyramids is not just a team. That's number 1 in Egyptian league. So it tells you, Oguti, again, the way they've played. For me, it's more than enough, Mr. Nkeo. They just need to be proud about themselves. And again, the good thing is that they get experience. Now, when they come next season, they've got more experience. Now they understand more what it takes to play this Champions League. And look, I would say to the boys, Pamisana Makanda boys, you did wonders. How many teams here in Africa that they wanted to get to the stage, say semi-final, and you guys, you've managed to get to that stage, and you should be proud about yourselves. And yeah, well done to Pyramids.
Isebenzile Pyramids, so just maybe keeping an eye on them. Isebenzile match.
Yeah, no.
I like teams who play football. Like, it's not about beautiful football on climbing on top of the ball like you are monkeys, but play positive football.
Yeah.
Try to score all the time, and they were trying, because Orlando Pirates scores first, Pyramids comes back.
Yeah.
Orlando Pirates scores again, 2-1, Pyramids come back. And then they chase the third goal and they get it. And all the time they were positive. They were like, we're going forward. We're going forward. But Sabenzela much that they didn't get what they don't deserve tonight.
No. It was a nice game, Mr. Nkewo. Nice game. And you could see they play their typical game where they want to go wide, put the cross, go wide, put a cross. And I think the only problem that happened here with Pirates for them to lose the game is the changes that the coach made. For me, he was not supposed to take them, Ulontuzana, Umbata, and Unkota, because with the transition, we were good with the transition, having Umfukeng, having Unkota. We were always giving them something to think about. You know, a headache, when we've got the ball. But now, when you put Udlamini, Nolontuzana, no Tito, I can see what you wanted to do. But one thing that he didn't see is that how are we going to break them quick?
My concern with those two substitutions was that when we are suffering, are those two going to be able to suffer? Utito, no Dlamini. Are they? Because in that moment, so Bangena, the Pirates says, okay, it's 2-2.
Yeah.
We are taking the gamble. We are going to defend it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Because you've scored 2 goals in the game, 2 away goals.
Yes.
It's 2-2. Now, when you put those 2 attacking players, knowing that, because the pattern of the game was that Pirates is just defending now. It was like a training drill where they were just defending. Now, is that wise to put players who don't have the capacity? This is not to point to blame. We're just now talking about the game. We can't really blame those coaches. It's like maybe they were thinking that, no, we're defending too much. Let's put maybe an attacking bite. But I said in that moment when they were putting them in, these are the wrong players for this moment because we have to suffer and they are not going to be able to suffer. Tito is not a suffering player. You know, he's a brilliant player, Utito. He's not a suffering player. And Udlamini is not a suffering player as well.
No, I think the coach got it wrong when I'm thinking. But I could understand Guti. He knows that they can keep the ball, they can hold the ball, they can make those passes. But one thing that he didn't think of or realize that we Pirates, what we're doing, we are good at, is when we do the transition using Unkota, using Mfukeng, using Wotongap. So Umbata was sitting there, no Maketlin, getting those balls to them. And it was easy for Pirates to get out and be dangerous, just like that. But yeah, other than that, Mr. Nkewo, there's nothing much.
How are you feeling so about this? As a leader of the team, whenever they mentioned iconic players who've played for Orlando Pirates, you will be in those names as well. How are you feeling in this moment?
No, I feel so sad that these boys have created their own history, and I thought it will go until the final because they've got what it takes to take them to the final, and unfortunately, it just happened one of those nights where it didn't happen, and there's nothing else that I think you can do. And
the positive, of course, is that the average age
enables
them. Whatever happens this season, they're going to be number 1 or number 2.
Yeah.
Which means they'll be in the Champions League next year.
Yes.
And whatever happens from there, there's no excuse. You try again next year, which is what has been happening with Sundowns. That's why I say to people, I always say this, just because you don't win or you're knocked out in the semifinals, does not mean you failed.
Yeah.
Next year, you draw from previous experience, you try. Even if you die in the semifinal again, good. You are learning a couple of things. Yes. Eventually, you will get to the final, and maybe you will win eventually.
No, that's what I said, Mr. Nkewo. At least these boys, by playing here, knock out in the semifinal, and the age is still on their side. They've gained experience. I mean, we've got a lot of good players. The average age, I think, is around 27. So it looks good for the team. And they've learned now and hope that it's going to grow them going forward in the future.
Yeah. That was Orlando Pirates. Let's not drag it too much. Excuse me. It's been a very decent effort from Orlando Pirates. It's tough to take this because so mentioned at the beginning of the season that Pirates will win the Champions League. It sounded like a joke, but this is winning the Champions League, really. To be knocked out in the preliminary last season and to be at this point this season, it is winning. You take wins. You go forward. Grade 1, grade 4, grade 7, and so on and so forth. You take steps forward. What would be disappointing maybe would be next season If you go out maybe in the group stages, then you're like, okay, you're not moving forward. But if they're in the quarterfinals, semifinals next season, it's progress. And if they win, it's progress again. But yeah, it's been a fabulous effort from Orlando Pirates. Yeah. Now lala ngenxeba nto zakuthi ngomso kuyavukwa niphinde nizame futhi. Well done to Pyramids. They got something that they deserved tonight. iDiski TV, Diski Times was sports betting.